So we live in a sea of bacteria which are contiguous between us and the environment. And there is no such thing as my bacteria or your bacteria, they're common. And the effect of antibiotic use by any of us has an impact on bacteria in the environment writ large. And the impact of which we don't understand really well. If you take total antibiotic consumption, 80% of it is in animals. And also in the environment. Some of it is in the environment. We really don't understand the impact of putting on antibiotics at this scale into the environment, the generation of resistance genes for human and animal health. And I think research on this is absolutely critical. I think we need to understand better how human use of antibiotics, well, human and animal use of antibiotics, moves into the environment, both as antibiotics and as resistance genes. We need to understand how resistance gets generated in the environment. We need to understand then how that resistance in the environment comes back to affect human and animal health. We need to understand what interventions can be helpful in solving these problems. And then we need to understand which interventions are actually worth doing from a cost effectiveness or a benefit cost basis, because we can't afford to do all of these interventions. I think JPIAMR is a great mechanism to pool country resources in the most efficient manner to address big questions on AMR, which honestly cannot be done with small research projects. These will require multidisciplinary teams, they will require large budgets, and we also need to make sure that there is not duplication of research across countries. I think JPIAMR is a great mechanism to do this. If we could understand better which interventions are most feasible and cost effective in the movement of resistance from humans, resistance and antibiotics from humans and animals into the environment in ways that protect human health and animal health. This is the big question, which is, what are we doing to the environment? How is that affecting us back? And is there an intervention that will help us prevent this? That's the big ask. I don't know if we'll get to that, but if we have that, then that would be worth all of this effort. Well, research usually requires a roadmap. It requires collaboration. It requires, good ideas. It requires, people who are good at doing research, and then it requires funding. So I think all of these are just starting to come into AMR in a big way now. AMR is not like HIV. We don't have thousands of researchers working on AMR. But I think over time it will grow to be as important as HIV, in which case we do need the thousands of people working on it, which means the funding, the people, and so forth. And that's what we need.